Good morning, Sandy. How are you? And everybody who tuned in early, or right on time, I should say. Sandy, how's the audio and the picture looking for you? Good morning, Heather. Hello, Stephen. We're actually at the Barefoot Beach Cafe this morning. We just had lunch. We're going to wait just a few minutes here, and someone may be joining us on our trek today. But I told them we'd wait a few minutes for them. And we'll wait a few minutes for a few more people to come on. There's actually a couple turtles out there. I'm not sure if you can see them. They're right about there, right on the other side of that rise, that first little break there. Okay, Heather, thank you. Hello, John. So we're going to start off. We're going to start up here at Barefoot Beach Cafe, right across from Kapiolani Park, and we're going to wait just a few minutes, and then we'll do just a quick introduction, let you know what's going to happen today, or what we hope to have happen today. Who knows what's going to happen? All right, good. Yeah, this is just such a great time of day. I really enjoy coming out to the parks here during the mornings on the weekends. It's just such a enthusiastic environment with families starting off with early morning picnics. They're coming here early to get the good spots. There's a church service of some sort going on right there. There's a bunch of families over here. There's the art festival that goes on every Saturday right over there. We're going to go take a look at that, just a closer look. Also today is the Aloha Parade. It's going to be going down Kalakaua, I believe at 9 or 10 o'clock. Don't hold me to that. But it's quite an event, but we're going to miss it. And again, most of you guys, or some of you guys will know this place. It's the Barefoot Beach Cafe right there. And we're just going to walk along Kalakaua, go up Diamond Head, the base of Diamond Head. And just so you guys know, we are definitely going to have dropouts. There's going to be about a full minute of the hike that we're going to drop out of reception, just because it has poor reception at the base of Diamond Head. But that's just how it is. We don't have any control over that. But it'll just be a dropout, and then we'll come right back to you. And it'll take us probably, I'm sure you guys won't stay on the whole time. Some will join and leave and come back perhaps, but it'll be about an hour and 40 minutes, because we're going to stop a couple of places, or a number of places along the way, and I'll show you some really cool parks, some inlet areas of the beach, some kind of, I don't want to call them hidden walkways to the beach, but they're just not really popular because not a lot of people know about them. I'll show you those. And obviously we're looking back at Waikiki Beach right now. That's where we're going right there. I mean, that's what we're looking at right there. That wall right there is where we had our live stream from the sunset or sunrise stream the other day. Hello, Beth. From Wales, huh? All right, well, let's get started. We don't need to wait any longer. Okay, let's get this gig going. Yeah, this is part of the hike that we do like 5 days a week, but we go around the base of Diamond Head as opposed to going straight, like we're going to be going to Kahala Resort. I just want to walk over here real quick and show you this. If you guys are coming to Oahu, or if you've been here, maybe you know this place, but this art and craft festival that they have every Saturday is it's really a good quality. I mean, they have really it's not kitschy stuff. It's not like at Aloha Stadium, but it's not like a swap meet type of thing. But they're proper artists, very high quality. But it's right here in Kapiolani Park, right next to the zoo. The zoo is just right over there. Some of you may know also they have art on the fence, they call it, which is that fence right over there. And then right in here, they have an amphitheater. You can see the amphitheater right there. They're either practicing for an event or they're doing an event right now. It looks like they're practicing for an event, or preparing, I should say, for an event that's going to be part of the Aloha parade that's going on a little bit later today, right through there. But they have live events right through there all the time. If you're ever in Waikiki, just come on down and walk down here. It's just a little bit of a way. Waikiki proper is right there. And this is Kapiolani Park right here. And that's the art festival that they're setting up for, that's there every Saturday. And of course, that's Diamond Head. So now that you kind of have your bearings, let's get this thing going. Utica, New York again. Good to see you back. Let me know where you guys are watching from. I always like to know. Today it's going to be a little windy, but we have some screens on our microphone, so that's hopefully going to alleviate some of the wind. You can let me know if it gets really windy, or if the audio gets bad. There's not going to be a whole lot I can do, but I'll do my best. This park right here is it's really popular with locals. Right over here underneath these banyan trees, like right in here. Hello, Stephen from Tennessee. Rosie from Seattle. See you on here a lot. There's obviously people doing yoga over there, but it's just nice to see that the parks are being used. I mean, they have all kinds of meetings here. That's actually right underneath this right here. This is where they have the church service for. It's called Church on the Beach, and they actually spell it that way: Church on the Beach, D-A, Beach. There's actually two churches that hold services here. Church on the Beach is right here on the right-hand side. There's another church that's right up on the other side of the amphitheater, or the aquarium right up here. There's Diamond Head looking nice and foggy this morning, or misty this morning. It's going to be the rainy season here pretty soon. And then into early next year, or the early part of the year, where Diamond Head just looks bright green. In whale season, we'll be seeing whales out there going up on Diamond Head, be able to look out. And we'll do a couple of, probably do at least one or two whale tours for you guys and do a live stream if you like. Right up here on the right-hand side is the Waikiki Aquarium. Good morning from Atlanta to you guys. The Waikiki Aquarium, it's a good visit for maybe an hour or so. It's not like what a lot of people think. I guess they assume that because it's Waikiki, it's around the ocean, that the aquarium would be a huge, massive theme park like SeaWorld, but that's not the case. You can see it, it's right there. But it's fun, it's cool to go in, see some of the exhibits that they have. Right over here on the right-hand side right here, they just started this luau about a month, maybe 6 weeks ago, right there. And it's right on the beach. It's actually, you go in through here and they line up the tables along that other side over there. It's a great location. We don't know anything more about it. We haven't attended it, so we can't give you any type of a recommendation or any other commentary on it whatsoever. But that's another luau option, because we needed another luau on Oahu for sure. That's Kapiolani Park right there. That's we just love that park right there. It just loaded up with activities, and families that go there on the weekends. A lot of soccer when it's in soccer season. I mean, they do a lot of soccer practices over there. It's a huge park. Um, that park actually was one of the very first developed areas for Waikiki way, way, way back in the day, like in the 1800s. And it's 300 acres. It's actually the first public, it's either the first or the second. I know it's the largest, the first or second public park on in Hawaii and on Oahu, of course. And it's 300 acres, and it used to be the polo fields for King Kalakaua. And he actually, I don't know what the right word is, donated the grounds, and it was developed for a while. And they sold parcels to people in the mid 1800s, and then they turned it into the polo fields, and then it turned into the park that it is today. And went through several iterations. As a matter of fact, I don't remember the exact year, but when they drained the Alawai, it flooded the park here, and for years it was muddy and swampy. Not swamp like the rest of Waikiki was in the late 1800s, but it was swampy. And then they ended up draining it, and it turned into the park that it is right now. Right there is the War Memorial. That was built in like 1921, 22. It's a natural, I don't know if you've ever seen pictures of it, but if you look at it up online, it's a really beautiful, well, it was, it's not now, it's in disrepair right now, but it was built in 1921. And it's not fresh, but it's a seawater pool. So the water that's in the ocean goes in there into that pool, and I believe it's like a 10-lane, I'm not sure, like a 10-lane swimming pool. And they've actually tried quite a few campaigns to try and get it to refurbish it. And it actually costs more to tear it down. And the last estimate was like $35 million to tear it down and 33 to fix it. And they can't get to one or either of those budgets to make either one of those things happen. So, but that's it right there. That's the War Memorial. And it's actually in 1977, I believe it was, that they actually condemned it and stopped people from actually using it, the public access. Right there, this is San Suchi Beach, right here, all along this area right here. That's actually, it's, this is actually where the very first hotel in Waikiki was. Many people believe the first hotel was Ala Moana in 1901, and it was actually the second. The first one is San Suchi Hotel. It was called San Suchi when it was being built, but it changed to Beach Park Hotel. And I don't know the exact location, but it's from either from here down to Kaimana. This is the Kaimana Hotel. So it's along this area right here. That's San Suchi beach right there. That's the beach where they have, you probably famously saw the monk seal. Rocky the monk seal had her babies the last couple of seasons. This is the Kaimana Hotel right here. Actually, this hotel is pretty high rated. You don't hear a lot about it. You don't hear a lot about it compared to, Royal Hawaiian or Kahala or anything like that. The other like big name hotels, Royal Hawaiian, things like that. But when you do research on it, it's pretty high rated. They actually said it was like the number 3 rated hotel. It's nice to go in there. They have a really good bar. Looks out on the beach. Great breakfast. Highly recommend it. Hello, Tina from Ohio. Rosemary. Glad you guys got to join us. This is going to be a a long stream. I'm not sure how long each of you will be able to last. It'll be about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. It depends on how often we stop to look at things. We usually can get it done in about an hour and 20 when we're humping it, but we're going to take a little bit more time. You can just see how big Kapiolani Park is. It's right. It's all that, all right there. It's big, and right on the other side, they have a bunch of just beautiful trees and a bunch of beautiful banyan trees and parkways. They just redid the walkway on the other side of the park, and you can see they have a bunch of volleyball courts. They only have like 2 volleyball courts there, but they'll have probably, or 3, now 4, but they'll have a bunch of those up today, and a bunch of people will go out, playing volleyball. It's just good to see people having activity. Right in here, in this whole area here, I don't know if you could see that outdoor gym. See some of the gym equipment up there. It's an open air gym. It's a big one too. This is an older community, older people community. I don't want to say senior community, but it's older. Very desirable to live here. They don't have a lot of rentals, and the units that go up for sale sell very, very quickly. They're very often sold before they even get on the market. There's a waiting list on some of these properties. Not all, but just some. It's very desirable. The beach is right on the other side there. We just passed Michael's. If you're ever looking for a fine dining, high-end, expensive view restaurant experience, Michael's is a great opportunity, or a great option, I should say. The other would be 53 by the Sea, but that's on the exact opposite end of Waikiki, on the other side of the harbor. There's Diamond Head. It's a beautiful shot, but sorry about the glare on the in the camera there, on the lens there. Not much I could do about it. Good morning from Arizona, or to Arizona, I should say. You're coming back to Oahu in February. We'll be glad to have you. How many of you have actually been to Oahu or Hawaii, any of the islands this year in 2023? How many of you?
Be determined. Out of category.
Rosie, you have? Wow. Good. So you guys have been here, just can't get enough of it, huh? That's great. How many of you are going to be coming in 2024 or later this year and in 2024? You can actually see up through there. Do you guys want to take a look at that? I think this is one of the, if I remember right, we can actually look through the back. Yeah. This is all, we'll just walk back here so you can see, kind of see what the residents have to have access to. They really frown on you coming in here, but that's okay. Kind of nice common area here for a, it's a beautiful area to come down and relax. You can kind of see why it's so desirable, and how why so many of the places that come up for availability are not available very long. Just wanted to stop and show you guys that. Edwin, you're going to be here in 3 days? Wow. Where are you staying? Oahu or one of the other islands? Oh, Gary, you're going to be here soon. Will you also be on Oahu? Molokai. Nice. It's a beautiful island. I've only been to Molokai twice. I'd like to go back there and do some, planned shooting, filming, I should say. Oahu in 2 weeks. If there's any questions that I can answer for you, by all means, just put it in the comments there, and I'll be happy to answer if I can, or direct you to where you can actually get an answer to your query. Older folks. This area of Waikiki is just fantastic. A lot of these properties, actually all these properties, are either one of two things. They're either historically designated, so they can't be modified, or very controlled modifications, or they're complete rebuilds. And you can obviously tell which ones are historical. This one here, obviously, these three are here like from 1928 to 1932. In those areas, they actually have placards on them that we can look at if you want, but they're just beautiful designed. And that's what was built here, in the early 1900s. (1932) was that particular property right back there is just beautiful. It has a really nice little, kind of a tiny back deck. Here's the surfer's walk. There's a lot of these on the road to Kahala. We're not going to hit all of them. Obviously, we don't have the time, but I just wanted to take you to a couple of these just so you'd have an understanding of what we're talking about when we call these surfers walks. Hello, Beth, Andrew, Gary. We'll be coming up in about 5 or 6 minutes. We'll come up on two really just beautiful parks. I almost hate showing them because I don't want them to be busier than what they already are, but they're not very busy, you'll see, but they're just beautiful parks along the base of Diamond Head. Island fever in what way? That I want to come back, or that I feel isolated? Viola asked if I ever get island fever. You have to tell me which island fever you're referring to. Or actually, I can answer both. Yes, I get it when I leave, but I don't get any island fever while I'm here, like I'm feeling isolated. Because I can leave anytime I want. If I feel like I want to go back to a place in San Diego or La Jolla, then I just go, or Mexico, I just go. But I like it here. Never feel isolated. I know some people do. This last property, I just don't want to show the address on the front of the house, but this last property had a historic plaque on it from 1926. So that kind of gives you an idea. And see these curved roofs from some of these older properties. I just think that it's just beautiful. Just beautifully done. These properties here are they're about in the 1.8 to 2.3 million range, just to give you an example, in case you're interested. When we get to Kahala Road, you're going to see a lot more. I mean, you'll see the house quality, the prices elevate quite high. We'll walk by a couple of just lots, and the lots are $20 million. There's one that's 23. I think it's still 23 million. A lot of beautiful, beautiful homes over there. So you'll see that in about 20 minutes or so when we get on that part of the road. One of the parks I was telling you about is right up here on the right-hand side. We'll go in there and go look at the view real quick, and we'll walk around the back side of the park and come out on the other side over here. Not a lot of people do that, but I want to show you because it's actually a pretty walk. I mean, just look at this beautiful park. There's nobody here. As you get later in the day, you'll get more people here. Summer, you'll get more people. But there's kind of a semi-private beach over here on the right-hand side. You'll be able to see it. Yeah, Viola, I know that some people get that. Some people do get island fever. I just didn't and don't. Isn't that a beautiful shot right there? Viola, I think part of it is that if you know you can leave, and you're not stuck, I guess, so to speak, I think that's part of it. But I've always I feel very strongly about living by the ocean, living by the water. I think the water, I mean, there's a lot smarter people than me who have determined that it's, the type of element that the salt water gives you, it just makes you healthier. And I believe it. I don't know if it's true or not, but it certainly makes me feel that way. So I believe it. So I've just chosen to live by the water in Hawaii, and place in Mexico, place in La Jolla, in San Diego, if you're familiar with it. You can choose to live wherever you want. I just choose to live in those places. Now, we could go back out that way to the walkway, the roadway that we were on just a moment ago, but we're going to go this way. The waves aren't that high. They're actually not high at all right now, so it's not as fun. But usually and you could see right in front of me, you could see where the water, when the tide was higher early this morning, it was splashing up here. So we're not in any threat of getting wet, but it's usually pretty fun when it gets Gets good sized waves out here. You know, I'll just tell you this too. If you come out here like early in the morning and the tide is higher and a little bit more calm than what it is right now, you'll see turtles out here eating on this algae, like right down in here. How many of you guys were on our stream yesterday? We actually saw 4 different turtles in a very short period of time. I know a number of you were actually on it. But anyway, you'll see turtles like right along in here on this, they'll just get on this algae. When the water's like it is right now, it's just a little choppy for them. And they just have better places to go. It's a little bit calmer or more calm for them. They don't need to get beat up against these rocks because it's not very shallow. I mean, it's not very deep right there. You missed the sea turtles yesterday? Yeah, I missed the La Jolla. I love La Jolla. I lived there for, quite a number of years. I just love it. Are you familiar with the La Jolla Cove? You know where the sea turtles are and the sea lions? Right there in that cove is where So when people, sorry if it's too windy, I'll wait to talk until we get out of the wind. These are, just so you know, we're on the left-hand side here, are the back side of these very nice houses here. I don't want to put my camera over the top. I don't want to spy on their house by any means. But at night, you see these lights right here on the left. They light up this water here, and it attracts, or at least makes the some of the sea life, some of the sea turtles that come out at night, it illuminates them a little bit. So I apologize for the wind. It's going to get better here in a minute. And we're actually going to get dumped out on this other park that I was just talking to you about. It just right here. All right, the wind should be a little bit better. But now you see this other park. Again, it's us and one drunk guy over there that's asleep up against the wall. And that's it. It's just beautiful. And again, that right there, that roadway is a roadway we were just on. We're going to get back on that and head that way for quite a ways. And there's Diamond Head. Let me get you a better shot. And right up at the very top up there, you can actually see the very edge over here. You see that right up there is the pillbox where the when you hike Diamond Head, you come out on that side over there. I'll get you the name of the park. I can't pronounce it, to be honest with you. I can't even remember it, but I know when I do remember it, I can't pronounce it. I'm just going to do a quick scan here, see if we could see some turtles. We were just so lucky yesterday. Yesterday we had one of the big fat ones, the mother, that was about almost, I would bet she's almost 2.5, 3 foot around. Wouldn't you say? One of you guys who was on the stream, maybe, she just was huge. And there were like 3 adolescents, but there was one 3 days before when we weren't doing a live stream. We were just out there at the end of a hike, and it was I believe it was a male, and it was probably about another 8 or 9 inches around, all the way around than the big fat female, and it was just massive, and it was really dark. One of the good things about the turtles that we saw, those of you who were on the stream, we were pointing out, we were actually only about 5 feet away from one, actually closer than that. We were just standing on the side of that concrete pier, and the turtles just came out. The one just came right up alongside of us there. We weren't being intrusive to them at all, but we could tell that the flippers, the shell, they were really in good intact. There weren't any damage, any bite marks, no fishing lines stuck to them. Often you'll see, not often, but a couple times you'll see fishing gear tied or stuck to the sea turtle, which is horrible to see. We were here late last year. We weren't streaming, but we were in that exact same location we were yesterday, and there was a sea turtle who had a lure stuck on the top of its edge of its shell. And I know you're not supposed to touch them, you're not supposed to get close to them, but just without even thinking, luckily it was like right on the edge, and it almost appeared, and maybe it's just what we wanted it to do. We wanted it to appear, or we just wanted it to seem like they were wanting our help. But she just kind of came up beside us, kind of stopped, and without really thinking whether it's right or not, I just reached down and just grabbed the lure and just pulled it off. It was like just kind of hooked on her, but no telling if it got hooked in her skin or anything like that, but thank God it wasn't, or it didn't. Yeah, it was huge. But the one Edwin before was even bigger, but those were big ones yesterday. The big one was big. Okay, all right, so this is where we're going to test your loyalties, guys. There's 26 of you here. We're going to go up this walkway right here, and when we get around this corner, we're going to drop out. The connection is going to drop out. I don't know if it's going to be for 30 seconds or a minute or how long, but we're going to go up this walkway here, down a little dip and up the ridge, and that's where we're going to see a really beautiful view of Diamond Head Lookout. So I'm just going to stay on with you guys until we cut out. We'll look at some of the beautiful homes here, or beautiful gates anyway. And I don't know when it's going to cut out, but when it does, it just goes. So my apologies in advance. We'll be right back with you, but stay with us. And I didn't get you the name of that park. Doggone it. Sorry about that. We can find out. You can go onto Google Maps and just it's the second park on Diamond Head Road. Sorry about that, Donna. I should have remembered that you wanted the name of that park. Yeah, right up here. I'll just tell you this too before we cut it out. You see that road here? If you dip down and go onto that road down on to the right, you'll go down to a beautiful, beautiful rocky beach. Very picturesque. And rumor has it, to figure it out, or to see for ourselves. So we should be coming out like any minute. Yes. Right down there. It's not a nude beach right away. It's the nude beach is down quite a ways. 100 yards past the normal beach. Yeah, we're breaking up, so it's got to cut off. With it for us cutting out every second. So just stay with us or come back in about. So we're going to be looking out on